Mars is still our most promising prospect for finding traces of biological life or extinct civilizations anytime soon. We have long since given up the search for human-like beings, plants, or animals on Mars, but NASA has found evidence of possible micro-life forms in the depths of the planet. According to the latest findings, our planetary neighbor guards gigantic water deposits beneath its surface. In this video, we explore the exciting question of whether life can still be found on Mars and what it might look like. But before we take a closer look at those questions, it's important to understand some basic facts about Mars and the long history of its exploration. Mars is the closest neighbor to Earth, along with Venus. The distance between Mars and Earth varies, as both planets move in elliptical orbits around the Sun. When Mars comes particularly close to Earth, the distance is about 33 million miles. At that point, people on Earth can see Mars very clearly with the naked eye. It appears in the night sky as a distinct red, flickering dot. Its color and glow earned it the nickname the Red Planet early on. Since the 17th and 18th centuries, people have had telescopes good enough to observe surface details on Mars. The idea that there could or must be life on Mars began around that time. Early astronomers noticed dark spots on the Martian surface. Scientists interpreted these color changes as evidence of seasons and vegetation. Surprisingly, they weren't completely wrong. Mars does undergo seasonal changes and is sometimes enveloped in gigantic dust storms. In 1877, Italian astronomer Giovanni Schiaparelli spotted what he called canali on Mars. Researchers were initially thrilled, thinking these might be rivers or canals made by intelligent life. The idea of life on Mars became deeply rooted in the popular imagination. Since the 20th century, NASA and other space agencies have launched over 30 missions to Mars. In recent years, these missions have intensified. Mars is not only a target for exploration, but also a potential candidate for future human colonization. To prepare for this, scientists need to know whether water or organic life exists there. There have long been intriguing reports of life on Mars. In the 1970s, NASA's Viking 1 mission sent back the first real images of the Martian surface. Among them was a rock formation that looked like a face, which quickly became known as the face on Mars. Other images showed pyramid-shaped stones and structures that resembled ancient ruins. In the 1990s, the Mars Global Surveyor was sent to examine these formations more closely. With its high-resolution camera, the probe revealed that these features were optical illusions caused by shadows and lighting angles. One thing has been definitively proven by all past missions: there is no humanoid, animal, or plant life on the surface of Mars. The surface is simply too dry, cold, and exposed to high levels of radiation. However, the deeper layers of the planet remain largely unexplored. Could there be caves or underground water reservoirs that host microbial life? It's possible. After all, we found evidence of ancient watercourses on the surface. And where there was once water, life might have existed or might still exist. In 2005, the Mars Express probe detected signs of massive water reservoirs under Mars's South Pole. Using radar, scientists found what appears to be a layer of liquid water beneath carbon dioxide ice. This water is likely salty, similar to Earth's salt water. Calculations suggest that there could be up to 1 million cubic miles of water, enough to cover the planet in a 36-foot deep ocean. In 2012, NASA's Curiosity rover landed in a valley that looked like it had once held a river. Measurements and images taken by the rover confirmed signs of ancient water flow and sedimentary formations. This strengthens the theory that Mars was once a watery world. Scientists believe Mars may have had an atmosphere similar to Earth's. But when that atmosphere vanished for reasons still unknown, the planet's air pressure dropped dramatically. Today, it's so low that liquid water can't remain on the surface for long. Researchers now suspect that if life exists, it could be hiding in underground water reserves or deep caves. Life on Earth isn't limited to the surface either. Caves, groundwater systems, and even the deep crust of the Earth host mosses, lichens, bacteria, and other life forms. Microbes have even been found as deep as 6 miles underground. If life can survive in such conditions here, why not on Mars? During the Curiosity mission, NASA drilled into the surface of Mars, but only a few inches deep. To reach the suspected underground water and potentially habitable zones, much deeper drilling will be necessary. Engineers in Germany are already testing a new drilling system for future Mars missions. On February 18, 2021, NASA's Perseverance rover successfully landed in the Jezero crater, in Mars's northern hemisphere. This rover is tasked with collecting and storing rock and soil samples to eventually be returned to Earth. If successful, this would be an unprecedented achievement. Humans would be able to hold actual Martian rocks for the first time. While a few meteorites from Mars have landed on Earth, their scientific value is limited due to their long, unprotected journey through space. Another major goal of the Perseverance mission is to study mysterious holes on the surface of Mars. In 2011, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter captured an image of a giant hole at the bottom of an ancient volcanic crater. Astrobiologists believe such features are prime candidates in the search for life. These large holes, likely formed by collapsed lava tubes, are much bigger than similar cavities on Earth. They are also naturally shielded from radiation and meteorite impacts, making them promising locations for both microbial life and future human habitats. In 2019, international research teams gathered at the Mars Extant Life Conference in New Mexico to discuss the future of Mars exploration. A NASA spokesperson highlighted the need to focus efforts on finding microorganisms and emphasized that the Martian surface is likely the worst place to search for life. Geologists have since analyzed existing probe data and identified around 1,000 caves and natural openings that could be explored by future missions. To investigate these sites, we'll need probes equipped with advanced tools to analyze groundwater and chemicals in the Martian soil. These probes must also be able to travel long distances to cover a wide range of potential habitats. Scientists are closely watching the progress of the Mars 2020 Perseverance mission, which aims to detect biosignatures in rocks and subsurface layers. A small helicopter is also assisting by flying short distances over the terrain to identify promising exploration zones. If all goes well, this mission will pave the way for the first manned flight to Mars, possibly by the 2030s. By then, researchers could begin exploring Martian caves and underground reservoirs directly, looking for the final clues about life on the red planet. As you can see, Mars continues to captivate and surprise us. We will, of course, keep you updated. Stay tuned for our upcoming video covering the progress of the Mars 2020 mission. We hope you enjoyed this journey to the red planet. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.